Scroll of the Paradox Family. The Day Tomorrow Happened Yesterday, a true esoteric comedy of time, paranoia and Grandma's multilingual prophecies. In the year 2089, but set in 1842 because time lost the remote control, once upon a malfunctioning timeline in a town called Nawago, a place that never quite decided if it was ancient or futuristic, lived a family so strange even their reflections filed for emancipation. There was Peril Jones, the rule-breaking hero who believed rules are just societal seatbelts for people afraid of speed. He wore goggles for no reason, carried a sword that hummed and claimed he could taste danger. It tasted like burnt popcorn. Then came Milo, the paranoid genius, a man so smart he was stupid. He once built a time machine using a toaster, a Bible, and an old mixtape labeled "Do Not Play After Midnight." He didn't know how it worked, but he felt the science in his bones. Milo believed the government hid microchips in pigeons and that mirrors were portals run by emotionally unstable angels. His best friend, Finn the Clueless, was the comedic relief of the universe, forever optimistic, perpetually lost. The kind of man who would ask, "What time is it on Mars?" and mean it sincerely. He followed Milo everywhere, mostly because he thought paranoid genius was a job title. And then there was Grandma Loop, the matriarch of mystery, a multilingual mystic who spoke in riddles, proverbs, and spiritual nonsense that somehow always came true after the fact. She'd say things like, "When the moon farts thrice, the rooster will wear shoes. That's when you'll find love." Nobody ever knew what that meant. But 6 months later, Perry did find love, right after a gas explosion at a poultry fair. Her husband, Grandpa Tully, pretended to be deaf just to escape conversation. He hadn't responded to a word in years, ever since Grandma gave up cooking meat and started feeding him soul greens that tasted like celery dipped in sorrow. When she'd yell, "You hear me, Tully?" he'd turn the hearing aid off, point to his ear and whisper, "I only hear peace now." The incident that bent reality. It all began when Milo's homemade toaster time machine accidentally zapped Finn into a temporal echo, a dimension halfway between yesterday's tomorrow and tomorrow's yesterday. 1 minute, Finn was making toast. The next, he was standing in a ghost version of the kitchen, where time moved backward and Grandma Lupe was speaking fluent Latin to a floating cat. "Abuela, what's going on?" Finn cried. She squinted, sprinkled cinnamon on the air, and replied, "When bread becomes light, boy, even the dead crave breakfast." Meanwhile, in the normal dimension, which wasn't very normal anymore, Perry and Milo were arguing about how to fix the toaster. "Don't touch the red wire," Milo shouted. "Why not?" "Because it's the timeline's jugular," Perry shrugged. "Well, I've already licked it." That was when the sky folded. A ripple spread across Nawago. Clocks melted, roosters crowed backwards, and Grandma Lupe started levitating in her rocking chair while muttering, "It's happening again. The unplugging of ages. I told them not to microwave karma." The family rushed into the basement, half to escape the apocalypse, half to see if Finn's ghost was still making toast. Down there, surrounded by jars of ghost pickles and turnips that hummed Gregorian chant, they found a glowing door. Perry touched it. It spoke, in Finn's voice. "Hey, guys, so I think I'm trapped in Tuesday?" Milo gasped. "Temporal looping. It's the esoteric Ouroboros of breakfast." Grandma Lupe crossed herself in 4 languages. He broke the fast of the gods. The first toaster was never meant for man. "Wait," Perry said, squinting. "So our toaster is a divine relic?" "Sai, mi amor," said Grandma, handed down from angels who feared soggy bread. Turns out the toaster was divine. It was one of 7 temporal anchors, devices left behind by ancient beings who controlled the rhythm of time. When misused, they caused Chronos reflux, reality burping itself into paradoxes. Finn wasn't lost. He had become the new anchor, the keeper of the loops. He existed in every breakfast that ever was. When the family realized this, Grandma whispered, "See, the rooster wore shoes after all." Perry wept. Milo screamed. Grandpa turned his hearing aid back on, sighed and said, "Guess I'll eat meat again." The moral of the madness. The world didn't end. It just hiccuped. Time rearranged itself politely, leaving everyone a little older, a little weirder, and with a collective allergy to toast. Now the family lives in 1842 again, or maybe 2089, but it doesn't matter. The laws of physics file restraining orders against them daily. Grandma Lupe writes prophetic cookbooks now, how to season a soul in 7 dimensions. Milo lectures on conspiracy at community colleges, even though none invited him. Perry joined the interdimensional fire department. And Finn? He's still inside every toaster whispering, "Don't burn it this time." Sometimes the foolish one is the only one open enough to break the cycle. Sometimes madness is just wisdom with a bad translator. And sometimes the divine really does come disguised as burnt toast.
Universal Currency Receipt Architect Musician 3611027, The Graceful Whisperer, our C-Star, Devalan C. All.
To our beloved collective, from the Day One torchbearers to the newly awakened travellers, we see you, we honour you, and we love you. This isn't just a community, it's a soul constellation, a family woven across time. Thank you again for being here. Your presence means more than words can carry. Every little act of kindness you offer is a spark, shifting timelines, mending hearts, and quietly realigning the compass for many in ways only the unseen can measure. And to those yet to join us, we're holding the lantern high. There's room for you too. With eternal gratitude and cosmic mischief from the collective of Shaman Ahll. The journey is only beginning, and we ride together. All rise.